Hello everybody, I will start my today another coding practice. So in this video, I will solve this question, unique email addresses. So in this question, yep. So basically, every valid email r- consists of a local name and domain name separated by at sign. Besides lowercase letters, the email may contain one or more period or plus. So in this question, number isn't included in the email address. Okay. For example, in alice@readcode.com, Alice is the local name and readcode.com is the domain name. If you add periods between some characters in the local name, part of an email address, mail sent there will be forwarded to the same address with a dot in the local name. So dot is basically in the end, um, yeah, email which is sent to say a.b at google.com would be sent to the ab.gmail.com. Okay, email sent there will be forwarded to the same address with a dot in the local name. Note that this rule doesn't apply to the domain names. Okay, for example, abc.z at readcode.com and lsc at readcode.com forward to the same email address. Yep. If you add plus in the local name, everything after the first plus sign will be ignored. Okay. This allows certain emails to be filtered. Note that this rule doesn't apply to the domain names. For example, m.y plus name email.com will be forwarded to my@email.com. So dot is ignored and any character after plus and also plus will are ignored. Okay, it is possible to use both of these rules at the same time? Yes. Given an array of string emails where we send one email to each email returns a number of different addresses that actually receive emails. Okay, I actually know this second rule, plus and any characters that would be ignored, but I didn't know that dot is also ignored. But anyway, yeah, I think this question is quite intuitive. So yeah, I will be giving an array of strings emails, and I can think that each email is valid, which means that there is at least, I mean, exactly one at mark. Yeah. Okay, that's it. And for, domain name, there's no rule which applies. So if the domain name is different, I mean, if I compare one email, like, yeah, let me say, like this, all of them would be the same email address because of the local name have some rules that plus and something is ignored and dot is ignored. But for local name, there isn't such a rule. So if they like this, gmail.co.m and gmail.com, they're completely different destination. So that being said, so I will create a tuple like this, and then I will keep all of them in the set. Oh, I'm talking about the solution. I think it's one of the approach I can use. Yep. Okay, so let me, implement in this way. So I think, oh, this is a tuple. Yeah, I think for this first half, it is possible that I use, say, replace kind of Python string standard library, but I will implement it in this case. But only for separating, I mean, dividing the string into local name and domain name, I will use the Python function split. Okay. So that being said, let me start implementation. So so here, this is this is how I get the local name and domain name. And from here, I have to do is local name, and I would say eventual local name. So I will get this from local name. So I will implement this method right too. But basically with this, yep, I will append this the tuple of eventual local name and domain name to the unique emails. And finally, I will return the length of the unique emails. Yeah, so this is it. And my task is to, implement the get eventual local name function. Okay, so let me implement this. So if this is plus, that's the end of the iteration. I don't append this char or any calculator, so I break from this for loop. And if char is, period, I just have to ignore that I will continue. Otherwise, I will append char to chars. And then I will return the concatenated chars. Okay, this is it. So let me quickly check this with very simple case, like yep, this case. In this case, I should return 1. So now in line 18, unique emails is an empty set. And in line 20, I take a look at the first email and then I split it into 2. And local name should be a.b and domain name should be gmail.com. Yep. And from this a.b, I will try to get the eventual local name by calling the get eventual local name method. So I get a.b, and in line 34, firstly I will take out character a, which is appended to chars, and if the second character dot, because in line 37 this is true, so I will continue. I don't append it. Then I will take a look at b. This is not plus nor dot. I go to line 39 and b is appended. So now chars is a and b. I will join it, concatenate it, and then return it. The eventual local name is ab. And now ab, couple of ab and gmail.com is appended. Good. And for the second one, I will just take a look at ab plus. So get eventual local name is called with ab plus. Let me say this like this. Yep. In this case, ab plus b.c. But first I will take a look at a, and it's appended to chars. And for b, it is also appended. But when it is plus, in line 35, this is true. So it's the end of the iteration. So chars now have as a and b only. So ab is returned. Again, this is in line 28. This is the tuple of ab and gmail.com. The unique emails is now still ranks 1. And for the third case, ab, obviously this should be, this doesn't have any plus or dot, so ab is returned from get eventual local name. In the end, unique emails is ranks 1, so now 1 is returned. Okay, so I'm pretty confident in my code, so I will execute my code. Good, and I will submit it. Okay, accepted. So let me tell you about the time complexity. So space complexity. So in the worst case, assuming that the length of all the characters in the emails, total number of characters, is n, the time complexity should be O of n. No, it's not true. So I will assume this errand n. So time complexity should be firstly in line 27. I will take a look at the email. There are n steps. Then here in line 28, I split, so it could take up to L. And in line 32, this should take up to L, because I have to take a look at each character of length L. Then in line 39, so this is adding the email to unique email. However, each element has length L on average in total. This should be L. If I just append the integer or a single character to the set, it will be constant time. But in this case, the ranks of each element L, it should take. So this should be NL time. And for space complexity, I have to keep track of the unique emails only. This should be in the worst case. Each element has ranks L in total. So it should be, and if the each email, eventual emails, are unique, since there are n emails in this set, so the space complexity should be NL. Okay, I will quickly wrap up on today's practice. So in this question, I was given a list of emails and I returned the number of unique final destinations of emails. Yep. So I just use the hash set, to keep track of the email, or I mean the final destination of each email. So that's it. Okay. So I finished my today's coding practice with this. Thank you so much. Bye.